Hello, my little cuties. Demi Bemi here, and welcome to today's coffee date vlog. To be honest, this vlog is about to get real ranty. Like, real fucking real, to be honest. So, as you probably could have told by the title, today's topic is about Target publicly saying that they support transgender people using the bathroom of their choice. So, this is something that has me real fired up in general. Everybody's freaking out and they're boycotting Target, and I don't get it, to be honest. I've got myself some listy lists here because that's how serious this is. A lot of the things that I hear about transgender people from people that are not part of the LGBTQ community. The first one is like, God didn't make them that way. And I always wonder then who did make them that way, because I'm pretty sure it's been proven that it's not any more of a choice for a person to be transgender than it is for me to be 5'2", than to be born female, than to be white, to be straight. There are just things that are not, in fact, a choice. And being transgender isn't a choice. It's not how this works. The second thing I have heard about people transitioning, whether it be male to female or female to male, the argument I've heard is that they shouldn't be allowed to change themselves in that way because God didn't make them that way. My thought is that if they cannot change themselves to feel on the outside who they are on the inside, then you are a hypocrite because you have dyed your hair. You have gotten braces, you want plastic surgery, or you've gotten plastic surgery. You have piercings, you have tattoos. Like, you did not pop out of your mama with that color hair and you got tattoos all over your arms and shit all in your face. And I'm not saying don't get tattoos, like don't get piercings, don't dye your hair. Obviously, I am a prime example of changing yourself to feel who you are on the inside. Because on the inside, I am someone who is decorated. I want more tattoos. I want more piercings. I by no means feel that we need to fit into someone else's standard. A lot of people don't like the way that I look, and that's fine. They're entitled to their opinion. But it's not okay for them to tell me that it's wrong. You don't want piercings, you don't like my piercings, you don't want them, don't get them. You don't want to be the opposite gender, you don't feel the opposite gender, then don't transition. It's that fucking simple. So that's kind of my thought on people and the transgender just overall blanket there. So with the Target specific situation, a lot of people are scared for their safety. They're scared for their little girl's safety because they think some rapist is just gonna throw a skirt on and they're allowed in the woman's bathroom. Which, by the way, I didn't know that it was like illegal to use the opposite gender's bathroom. I have used the men's bathroom so many times. Like, oh, the woman's bathroom is like locked, I'm gonna use the men's restroom. Like, then I am a criminal. Then I am a criminal. If it is illegal to use the opposite gender's bathroom, I'm a fucking criminal. Maybe I'm a rapist. Maybe I'm going to assault someone in the fucking bathroom. Oh, I'm not. Why? Oh, because I'm a white woman, right? So, anyway, I digress. So, the thought is that men are gonna throw a skirt on because they're transgender, and they're just gonna waltz into the bathroom and they're gonna rape everybody in there. You better hide your kids, hide your wife, okay? And I don't know if there are people that think that transgenders are the rapists or not, and I'm going to fucking pray to fucking anybody who will listen that that is not the fucking case. So they think that their little girls are gonna get raped, right? So firstly, I would like to point out, rapists very clearly don't follow the law. Because, I mean, rape is illegal, but they're still raping people. Like, why do you think that a sign on a fucking bathroom is going to keep them from raping you? It's not a fucking force field. You're, like, if they're gonna fucking rape you, they're gonna rape you. Like, they don't give a shit about the law, obviously. Secondly, people are freaking out about their little girls. Now, I want you to think about if they think some rapist man, a male, is going to come into the women's restroom and rape little girls. What makes them think that this rapist or other fucking people capable of rape aren't going into the men's restroom and doing the same thing? Why are they not caring for their sons, their grandsons, their nephews, their brothers? Why don't they care about them? Like, just curious. And like, you know, just the fact that these people who are like, oh god, the transgenders can use bathrooms now. It's absurd because we have all been using bathrooms, restrooms, toilets, washrooms, powder rooms, whatever you want to call them, with the LGBTQ community for fucking ever. How many fucking instances have you fucking been raped by a man who's wearing a skirt in the bathroom? I'm not saying that this isn't impossible. I'm not saying that this has never happened. All I am saying is, how fucking likely is this? I did some research about some rape statistics. So let me enlighten you. These are statistics specifically about children, since they are the main concern about allowing transgenders to use the restroom. This is from RAINN.org or RAIN.org and NSVRC.org. So these are relatively reliable sources for information. The first fact: 93% of juvenile sexual assault victims know their attacker. This means this is someone they've met before. They know this person. So maybe you should be less worried about the fucking strangers coming into the bathroom and more worried about the people you surround yourself with. Along with that statistic, 34.2% of attackers were family members. Family members. But you're worried about a man putting a skirt on and walking into the bathroom. 58.7% of these were acquaintances. Maybe a family friend, maybe a neighbor, maybe a teacher at a school. But you're worried about someone putting on a skirt and using the bathroom. Only 7% of the perpetrators were strangers. Out of all the rapes, out of all the sexual assaults, 7% were strangers. That's pretty low considering the other 93% were someone they knew. For 80% of juvenile victims, the perpetrator was a parent. A parent. Let me repeat that. 80% of juvenile victims, the perpetrator was a parent. An adult that is caring for them. Their fucking mother or father. 6% were other relatives. So Uncle Jimmy, maybe Aunt Sophie, maybe grandma, maybe grandpa, maybe a cousin. 4% were unmarried partners of a parent. This to me is saying, so mom's boyfriend or girlfriend or dad's boyfriend or girlfriend was sexually assaulting the child. 5% were classified under other, from siblings to strangers. Siblings sexually assaulting each other. This one ties back into the fact that girls aren't the only ones you need to worry about. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused before they turn 18. So those numbers are pretty similar. You should be worried about your sons just as much as you're worried about your daughters. It's ridiculous that they think that little boys deserve less protection. 96% of people who sexually abuse children are male. So right, yeah, you're scared of a man putting on a skirt, I get that. But that same man is using the restroom with your sons, with your nephews, with your grandchildren. Not just the girls. The boys are using the same restroom. Is that man that you're so scared is gonna put a fucking skirt on and use the bathroom with a little girl? They're allowed to use the men's restroom. But you're not scared of that. And that's okay. The last little tidbit here I have. Approximately 50% of all rape and sexual assault incidents were reported by victims to have occurred within 1 mile of their home. 7% take place in school. 13% take place at a home of a friend, a neighbor, or relative. 18% take place in a public area such as a commercial venue, parking lot, or park. So if you're so worried about the safety of your children, let's assume you care about your boys and your girls, you shouldn't be worried about the off chance that a man's gonna put a skirt on and waltz into the woman's bathroom and just rape everybody out there. It's absurd. And I found a lovely picture that I will put here for you. You see this picture? This is what you're doing. Does it seem ridiculous? Because it fucking is. It's absurd. So let me just sum this up and let me tell you what this is really about. It's not about people being safe. This isn't about safety. This is about fear and hate. Plain and simple. So I know that was a little deep, a little heavy, but I feel like it needed to be said. I am so worked up. But I really appreciate it if you guys stuck through it with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you little cuties in the next one. Bye!